Now that we did the tough stuff, surface area, we're going to get into volume, which is honestly easier because the formulas are simpler. So let's start with finding the volume of a rectangular prism. And the volume of any prism, as we see here, is the big B base, area of the base, times the height. Remember what I told you to do with rectangular prisms. You need to decide which two parts are going to be the base, which two parallel sides will be the bases. And just to mess with things, I'm going to choose these two sides to be the bases. Okay, most people are going to go top and bottom. I'm going to do side and side and see what happens. So you've got the area of one base and the height. Remember, the height is the distance between the bases, as it's written here. So volume is the area of one base, which is 6, because it's 3 times 2, right? 3 times 2, times the height, which is, oh look, 6. So you get 36 meters squared. Okay, well that works with that way. Does it work the other way? I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do top and bottom as my bases. So the area of the base would be 6 times 3, 18. The height is 2, because it's just 2 meters between them. See how easy that was? Area of the base times the height. Boom. Alrighty, now we're going to do word problems. So you've got a company making concrete bricks shaped like rectangular prisms. Each brick is 11 by 8 by 5. Now, I'm going to show you something else. You can draw a picture. Drawing a picture is never a bad thing. And we're not going to comment on my drawings. Actually, not half bad. So 11 by 8 by 5. 5, 11, 8. Doesn't matter which I choose as my base. I'm actually just going to multiply all 3 together, aren't I? All right, let's do 11 times 8. 11 times 8 times 5. That gives me 440. They made, okay, so 440 for one brick. Inches cube, one brick. Now I know how much I need, concrete I need for one brick. Let's find out how many bricks we made. We would do 11,000 divided by 440. Let's do 1, 2, 3 divided by 440. They made 25 bricks. So you're taking what you can do, find the volume of a thing, of a prism, and you are using it in a word problem. Let's try another one. You've got concrete bricks shaped like rectangular prisms. There's the dimensions of each brick. There's how much concrete, how many bricks did they make? So it's a you try. So I want you to pause the video. I want you to try it. All right. Now let's see if your answer matches mine. I'm going to say 10 times 6 times 4. Whoops. I'm sure your writing was better than mine. Times 4 equals 60 times 4 equals 240 inches cubed for one brick. One brick. So now we're going to find out how many bricks they could make. So 13,200 divided by 240. The answer is 55 bricks. Read what the problem is asking. Because if you put 240 in here, That's wrong. It didn't make 240 bricks. 240 is the number for the volume. So pay attention to the words. Don't be in such a rush to do the math that you miss what the words say. All right, now let's mess things up a little bit. Volume of a triangular prism. Do you think things change? No. Volume of any prism. V equals B times H. It's a triangular prism, so the bases are triangles. Bases are triangles. I can't spell triangles. So you need to find the area of the triangle. Well, here we go. Big B equals 1/2 times 5 times 7. Equals 17.5. H is the difference, the distance, between the two bases, so H equals 6. V equals 17.5 times 6. 105 yards cubed. Not so bad. My suggestion to you is find your B, your big B, find your H, write down the pieces, and then you can just plug them into the formula. But if you write down the pieces, you know, oh, my big B base is 17.5. The height is 6. Don't just jump into plugging in numbers. I think that'll help you. Now we're going to talk the volume of a cylinder. Do you think it's going to change? No, because area of a base is pi r squared. So there you go. There's the B. It's the same formula. Volume equals the area of the base times the height, no matter whether it's a cylinder or a prism. It's the same formula. So the area of the base, in this case, the area of the base is pi r squared. R is 6. So big B equals 6 squared times 3.14. H equals 14. All right, nearest whole number. So right now I'm going to keep it in decimal form until the end. All righty. So what I have, the area of the base is 113.04. I'll round at the end to make sure I have the proper answer. So you have 113. Oh, I see what they did. Sorry. Doop. Volume equals 3.14 times 6 squared times 14. I'm filling in the blanks. Already did the math. Equals 1582.56. It says round to the nearest whole number. 1583 feet cubed. Okay? That makes sense? Yes, it does. All right. Let's go to word problems. Yay, word problems. You've got the water tanks shaped like cylinders. And side note, guys, you'll see stuff like this on the SATs. Each tank has a diameter of 8 feet and a height of 2. So if the diameter is 8 feet, radius equals 4 feet, right? Height is 2 feet. The cost is $5 per cubic feet. How much does it cost to rent one water tank? So first, we've got to find the volume because it is the $5 per cubic foot. Cubic foot is volume. Square foot is surface area. Cubic foot is volume. So we need the volume of one cylinder. So here we go. V equals B times H. Got big B base equals pi r squared, so 4 squared times 3.14. H equals height of 2. And 4. 50.24. So the base, area of the base is 50.24. So the volume is 100.48 feet cubed. Says do not round. Follow the directions. So that's the volume of the tank. But I've got to find the cost, right? So I'm going to multiply it by $5 because it's $5 per cubic foot. The cost is going to be $502.40. All right? Not such a bad thing. It's the reason we put volume as the very last thing in the semester of geometry, because it's rather simple. It's a nice way to end. Now, same concept, you're going to do it, and that's why I want you to read the problem, stop the video, do the math, then come back and see if you're right. All right, I underlined radius of 2 centimeters, height of 60 centimeters. Company uses that much steel. How many did it make? 3.14, do not round. So I've underlined everything I need. I've got the radius and the height. Let's try it. Area is pi r squared, so 3.14 times 2 squared. 12.56. Height is 60. So the volume of each steel rod is 12.56 times 60, which is 753.6, and that would be centimeters cubed. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to plug it in, or rather we're going to use it. We want to know how many rods did it make. So we take, let's do the second part of the problem, a different color. 54,259.2 cubic centimeters divided by 753.6 cubic centimeters. Whoops. Really helps if you put in the right numbers. All right. 72. They made 72 steel rods. So you did the math and then you applied it to the problem. That's it. That is day 3. Not a big deal.